Welcome everyone, Rowdy here, and let's take a look at Bounty Weekend. And let's take a look at level 19 first. And the reason I'm doing that is most people that have been doing Bounty for quite a while, they either farm level 19 or level 20. And before we do that, let's take a look at our Bounty troop this time around. Yeah, typical Bounty Ascension. 1 life when an ally casts a spell, worthless. Reduce damage from skulls by 25%, which this time around is not that bad. Deals damage to an enemy. If enraged, knock them to the back. There's no way to enrage this poor armored Borlet right now. And anyways, this is the team that I normally run. I would normally run Ridgeback up front to Graki, Soldier of Wrath, and then I would always put the new troop in the back unless it's a really good troop. And with this being your bounty troop for this event, it does get double bounty multiplier. So if you have it up to Mythic, that's a 12 times multiplier, and the rest of these are all at 6. So 12, 6, 6, and 6. 19, I would stay away from. It's not a fun fight. Fenrir likes to keep giving allies attack and life, and if they're beast, give double attack, or double the effect, I should say. And Tracker, yeah, you don't want to keep fighting this over and over and over, because if you don't kill it in time and you've killed some other stuff, summon 1 to 2 dire wolves, and it's like, no. It just goes on and on and on. So I've been farming level 20. If you're a new game player, mid-game player, we'll take a look real quick. And these are all the troops that you have available. Go to your search bar over here, type bounty down here, and click apply filter, and that'll show you all troops that you have that have the bounty multiplier. Try and make the best team you can with what you have. It's really hard for me or anyone else to actually make teams without knowing what your multipliers are. You always want your multiplier as high as possible, and also putting together a team that actually works in this event. You know, a lot of troops are just support troops, and those aren't going to help you very much. That's kind of why I've settled on my team, and this is what I run every single event. But try to pick ones that, you know, do damage or are good support troops. Interesting troops you might want to look at, maybe Corpse Mare, can destroy a row and steal life and whatnot. Another interesting one is Half Main. Does damage to an enemy. If the enemy's attack is greater, it does double damage and starts with 3/4 mana. Pretty good if you're a newer player, because most of those troops are going to have higher attack than you. And just to note, you can only have one of each kind of troop. You can't have 4 half mains in here. You're only going to get the multiplier from each unique troop in your team. Another one that's not too bad is Parrot. It deals damage and silences them, and a 50% chance to silence adjacent enemies. Not bad for a newer player if you have it. Rift Lynx is also not too bad. Does true damage and knocks the target to the last position. And of course, Soldier of Wrath. See, I have those updated, of course, because I use them every time. And War Elephant's pretty interesting. It gives life and magic to all allies below me and creates 8 skulls. Unfortunately, it just creates them at random, so you could get a little bit stuck. Not a bad troop. So let's look at level 20 then. And level 20's not quite so bad. The only thing is you want to watch out for is if you do use a team similar to mine, or you're using teams with yellow in them. It does double skull damage versus yellow allies, a 50% mana start, and does damage to an enemy with a 50% chance to hit the wrong enemy. If it uses yellow, it does triple damage. So limit your use of yellow. Now, before I go through the rest of these troops, just a quick note. If you don't have enough good troops here like that, you can always use Mang, Earth's Fury, Trickster Shot, something like that. But keep your Armored Borlet in there since it does have the double multiplier. Wargear Brute, kind of a pain because it does have the spell reduction. And I noticed one cast of Tagraki and one of Soldier of Wrath will not kill it because of the spell reduction. So I'm actually just casting Tagraki twice on Wargear Brute. Ranger, not dangerous. Tutankhamun. I've had Tagraki die from Tutankhamun's death mark once or twice. Did they really have to do that? Come on. Anyways, let's just do one real quick and you can see kind of what I'm looking at. And of course, Wild Fang up here has skull reduction, 25%. It feels like a lot more than 25%, unfortunately. And I wish I could be a little more specific on making teams for, people, but I still see it as, I don't know what you have at what level, unfortunately. Yeah, that's about normal for this game. And yeah, normally we'll have Wargear Brute here, and you kind of have to decide, because Wargear Brute keeps giving itself extra life, and if you knock Wild Fang to the back, then he's going to get filled even quicker and quicker, and you're going to be like, oh, lovely. So he'll just keep gaining more life and more life and more life. So he did a lot of damage there. Not that I worried about it. This fight's pretty much over anyways. And also Tutankhamun is stealthy, in case anybody wondered. And I'm not really paying attention. They can have all the skulls they want. It's one of the wonderful benefits of being higher level and having everything at Mythic and whatnot is you don't really have to worry too much at level 20. As long as you have a plan going in, you can kind of just play it on autopilot. It's pretty much simple. So anyways, that's what I have for you for Bounty Weekend, and I do appreciate you watching. If you haven't subscribed, please do. You can turn off notifications. That's fine with me. Enjoy your Bounty Weekend and all those bounty rewards. Bye, everyone.